Last session we discussed measures of central tendency. Okay. Then we started the summary measures. Remember. Okay. Then we used the summary measures to identify what are the basic features in our data set. Okay. Then first we discussed measures of central tendency. Using the measures of central tendency, we can identify the central point in our data set. Central point. Okay. Then we discussed three types of measures of central tendency: mean, median, and mode. Okay. Then we calculated mean, median, mode in raw data set, group frequency distribution, and the ungrouped frequency distribution. Okay. Then before starting this one, we discussed second type of summary measures we called as measures of location. Okay, measures of location. Here there are three types of measures of location. First one, quartiles. I think already you know quartiles. Q1, Q2, Q3. No. Okay. Then decile. Then percentile. These are the different types of measures of location. Okay, location means place now. Okay, then we find out the quartiles, deciles, and the percentile. Okay, in your syllabus, normally practically we use the quartiles. Okay. Then quartile means when we assume this is our data set. Okay, then this is our data set. Quartiles means then we this is the given data set. We divide this data set into 4 equal parts. Okay, then we need to divide our data set into 4 equal parts. Then how many cut points we need to do that? How many cut points we use? We need to, this is the given data set. This slide shows your data set. We need to divide this data set into 4 equal parts. Then how many cut points we need to divide this data set into 4 equal parts? How many? 3. Then we use the 3 cut points. Using the 3 cut points, we can divide our data set into 4 equal parts. Clear na? After nula kila, pada sebenarnya kapan itu tapi susah ini kapan ini sama pada sebenarnya. Okay. Then these 3 cut points we call as quartiles. Okay. Then first cut point we call as first quartile Q1. Other way we can say lower quartile. Okay. Then this one is second cut point. Then normally there are 4 equal parts now. Second cut point is the middle point in this data set. Okay. Then this we call as second quartile Q2. Other way it is equal to the median. Why median is the middle point? The Q2 is in the middle point in here. Understood? Then this is the third cut point. This one we call as Q3, third quartile. Other way we can say upper quartile. It's clear? This is the lower quartile, median, and the upper quartile. Understood? Then there are three quartiles, Q1, Q2, Q3. It's clear? Okay, then using the quartiles, we can divide our data set into 4 equal parts. Understood? It's clear? Okay. Then we move into how we calculate the quartiles in the data set. Okay. Then before that, less than to the Q1, how many observations are there? Less than to the Q1, what is the proportion in here? What is the portion in here? Then this is the whole data set now. Then less than to the Q1, it represents 1/4 of the data set. 25% now, 1/4. Q1 below to the Q1, it represents 25% of the data. It's clear? Okay? Then greater than the lower quartile, greater than the Q1, it represents 75% of our data set. By this portion, total is 4 equal parts. Then greater than the Q1, there are 3 parts. Then 3/4 means 75%. It's clear? Then take the Q3, less than the Q3, 75%, greater than the Q3, 25%. Now here, these are the things we important things. Okay, then when we do the descriptive analysis, these things are important. And normally we can use in the software, we can find out what is the Q1, Q2, Q3 directly. Okay, then the important thing is how to interpret the results. Okay, then what is the Q1? What is the Q3? Those things. Okay, then Q2 is the middle point median. Okay, then we can say less than the Q2, 50%, greater than the Q2, represent the 50% of the data. It's clear? Then other thing is, before finding these measures of location, okay, then first step, we should arrange the data set in ascending or descending mode. Order is important. Why this? Using the measures of location, we find in the location place. Therefore, first step, we should arrange the data set in ascending or descending order. Normally, we arrange it ascending mode. It's clear? Understood? Okay, then after that, we move in to find out the quartile. Okay, then we move into the first quartile. How we find the first quartile? Okay, in the raw data set, okay, when we find out the median, how we find it? In the raw data set, how we find the median? Last session we discussed how we find it. First step is arrange the data set in ascending order. Then after that we apply the formula. Then which formula we can apply? Median formula. Median formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. Why? Using the median value, we can divide our data set into 2 equal parts. Therefore, we divided by 2. It's clear? Median is the middle point, the center point in the data set. Using the median value, we can divide our data set into 2 equal parts. It's clear? Then here, Q1 is the first quartile. Using the quartile, then we divided by, what is that? How many equal parts are there? 4. 4 equal parts are there. Using the quartiles, we divide our data set into 4 equal parts. Therefore, we divided by 4. Understood? Then this is the first cut point. Then we multiply by the 1. By first cut point, then n plus 1 divided by 4 means 3. 4 portion of this each. This one, this one, this one, this one. How many items are there? Then this is the first start point, and therefore it is multiplied by 1. Understood? Then how do you find the Q2? Q2 same as in the median, then therefore we can write n plus 1 divided by Q2 and the median are same now. Then other way we can write divided by 4 into, then what happens? Again n plus 1 divided by, it's clear? Then Q3, n plus 1 divided by 4, why these are the quartiles. This is the third cut point, then we multiply by the 3. Then we can find out which item is the third quartile, not the answer. Applying the formula, only we can identify which item is the first quartile, second quartile or third quartile, not the final answer. Then after that we move into the data set and finding the then assume the third quartile is fourth item, then we find out what is the value in the fourth item. It's clear? Understood? Then we move into the example. Then we take the example, calculate the quartiles. This is the data set. Okay? 4, 2, 6, 9 and 13. These are the observation values in the given row data set. What is the first step? What is the first step? Arrange the data set in the ascending order. Okay? Then first value is number 2. Then 4, 6, 9 and 13. Yeah, the data set in the ascending order is the first step. Okay, then after that, we can apply the formula to find it which term is the Q1, Q2 and Q3. Then first we find out the Q1. N plus 1 divided by 4. Now, if you multiply by 1, now then same answer we can get. Then how many values are there? 5. Then n value equal to 5. N means how many observations are there? Then 5 plus 1 divided by 4. Okay, then what is the answer? 1.5. 1.5. Okay, then it means 1.5 term is the first quarter. Okay, then we find out what is the item in the 1.5. First one, this is the second one. 1.5 is the middle point in these two. Then what is the answer? 2 and 4. Then add them together, then we divide it by 2. What is the first quartile in here? Answer is clear. Okay. Then Q2 n plus 1 divided by 2. Y is equal to the median value. Then 5 plus 1 divided by 2. It means third item is the second quartile. Then third item is 6. Then Q3 n plus 1 divided by 4 into 3. Why this is the third quartile? 5 plus 1 divided by 4 into 2. It means 4.6 item in the third quarter. 4.5 is in between fourth item and the fifth item. Then 9 plus 13, 22. Then answer is okay, it's clear? Here, then these are the quarters. Then using the quarters, we can divide our data set into 4 equal. Therefore, we divided by 4. Then Q3 is the third cut point. Then this is then we multiply by 3. All are we divided by 4. By quartile then. Then assume this is the data set. Using the quarters, we divide 4 equal parts. Yeah, then this is the third part. Then the n plus 1 divided by 4, 1.5. Then it means the point is 1.5, 3 and 4.5. Why? Equal parts are there. Then there is a 1.5 items are there. Here 1.5 items are there. Here 1.5, here 1.5. Now clear? Then 1.5, then 1.5 plus 1.5, third item. Then this one plus 1.5, 4.5. And here, Q2 is equal to the median value. Then we can write this way. Divided by 4 into 2. Then here. Okay, then Q2 is equal to the median value. Q2 is the middle point. Then we divide it. Data set into 4 equal parts. The second cut point is the middle point. It means using the Q2, we can divide our data set into 2 equal parts. Okay? It's clear? In the today's worksheet, it contains the questions regarding the quartiles, okay? Then at that time we discuss. Now clear measures of central tendency and the location. Okay? මේ ටිෂු එකක් නැහැ නේද පුතා? ඔය chat එකට යන්න දෙනවා කියන අන්තිම මොහොතේ කියන්නේ. So race divided by 4? Yeah. නම් පුතා. online students ලගේ මුකුත් නැහැ නේද ටිෂු? clear නේද? board එක. board එක start කරනවා. board එක විතරයි. නෑ පුතා. මේකවලට already share වෙන board එක විතරයි. මේක share වෙනවා. Okay? Then we move into the third summary measure, measures of dispersion. Okay? Shall we take it away? A third summary measure, measures of dispersion. Okay, then using the central tendency measurement, we can find out the central point. Okay, then this is the measures of dispersion. Using that, we can identify the variation of the data set. Okay, then using the measures of dispersion, we can find out the variation of the data set. Variation. Dispersion means variation. Dispersion means variation. Okay, then how spread our data in the data set. මොකද විසිරලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි measure. Variation of the data set. Okay, then the degree to which numerical data tend to spread about an average value is called the variation or dispersion of the data set. Okay, then it means consider this is our data set. Okay, then assume this is our central point. Then how we find the central point? Using the central tendency measure. Okay, then this is the given data set. This is the central point. Central point we find out using the central tendency measure. Okay, then we normally use the mean value. Then this is the average value. Mean means average. Okay, then this statement says the degree to which numerical data tend to spread about an average value. Then other values are there. And these are the other values. Okay, then using the measures of dispersion, we find out the remaining data, how data spread in the data set. Okay, from the average value. Okay, අපි identify කරගත්ත average value එකේ ඉඳලා ඉතුරු data වලට කොහොමද විසිරලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Clear? Okay, then we using the measures of dispersion, we find out the variation of our data set. Variation. It's clear? Variation. Okay? Then there are different types of measures of dispersion. First one we called as range. First measures of dispersion we call as range. Range is the simplest measurement in this category. Simplest one. It means easily we can calculate the range to identify the variation in the data set. Okay, range එක අපිට ලේසියෙන්ම calculate කරන්න පුළුවන් variation එක identify කරගන්න. Okay, then range means range equal to the maximum value minus minimum value. Okay, only we need two things to calculate the range. Understood? Then we observe the given data set, then we identify what is the highest value and what is the lowest value in here. Okay, then difference between highest value and the lowest value, then we can identify the variation in the given data set. Using the range, we can get rough idea about the variation in the data set. Okay, then roughly අපිට මොනවාරි idea එකක් ඕනේ නම් variation එක ගැන අපි range එක calculate කරන්න. It's clear? Range is the simplest measurement in here. Then we use 2 points to calculate the range value. It's clear? Okay. Then assume there are two groups A and B. Okay? Then think these are the two classes, class A and class B. Okay, then all the students study examination. Okay? Then after that they identify the highest mark in the class A is 90. Okay? Then highest mark in the class B 75. Okay? Then lowest mark in the class A is 10. Okay? Then class B lowest mark is 50. the range? Difference between highest value and the lowest value. Then in here 80. Then here 25. This is the range 80 and 25. Okay, then assume then we need to identify the variation of these two classes. Okay, then which class is more consistent, which class is more variability. Then how we find? We have the two range values. Class A range is 18, class B range is 25. Then tell me, variation is high in class A or class B? Class A. Why? Range value is 80. 80 is highest value in here. Okay, then the range is in class A is greater than the class B. Then it means higher variation is in the class A. Understood? Then tell me which class is more consistent. Consistent means lesser variation. Okay, then it means class B. Why? The highest mark is 75, lowest mark is 50. Okay, it means all the students are in the approximately same level. Then it means variation is less. Understood? Okay, then it means class B is the more consistent. Okay, there is more higher variation in the class A. That is the interpretation. Okay, using the range value, we can identify the variation and the consistency of our data. Is clear? Okay, understood? The first one. The next slide shows that one range is the simplest measures of dispersion. Okay, it is defined as the difference between the smallest value and the largest value in the distribution. Range is the maximum value minus minimum value. Clear? Okay, then using the range value, we can identify the variation or consistency in our data. It's clear? Okay. Then second one is semi-interquartile range. Second measure. Then memorize the objective of these given summary measures. Okay. Then using the measures of central tendency, we can find out what. Okay. Then using the measures of dispersion, we can find out what. That is the important thing. Why we using the central tendency measurement? Why we use the measures of dispersion? Okay. This is the important than the calculation. Right? Already we can use the software to get the answers. Okay. But the software is not given the interpretation part. Okay, they take the output, statistical output. Okay, then if we have enough knowledge how to interpret it, that is the thing. It's clear? Okay, may have any of the measures of central tendency use any of the measures of dispersion only making idea. It's clear? Okay. Then second one is semi interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range. Okay, then previously we discussed quartiles. Okay, Q1, Q2, Q3. Then there is the word range. Then normally there is the word range. Normally how we find the range? Maximum value minus minimum value. Here use what? Quartiles. Okay, then there are three quartiles now, Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, then out of that, what is the highest value? What's the maximum value? Q1, Q2 or Q3? Out of these three, what is the maximum value? Q3. Q3 is the highest value. Okay, then minus, what is the minimum value? Q1. here. Okay, interquartile range. Quartiles means Q1, Q2, Q3. We need to find out the range. Range means maximum minus minimum. Then maximum quartile is Q3, minimum one is Q1. Difference between Q3 and Q1, it gives the interquartile range. Okay? The measure of dispersion, there is another word, semi. Semi means what? Normally semi means, semi-annual means what? Half a year, 6 month period. Okay, semi. Now then here, how we find the semi-interquartile range? This is the interquartile range. That one is divided by 2. It gives semi-interquartile range. It's clear? Okay. Then interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, then normally we generate the descriptive statistical analysis output. It gives the interquartile range. Okay, then using that we can calculate the what is the semi-interquartile range. Okay, then interquartile range, using the quartiles we can find out the range Q3 minus Q1. But here there is a word semi, therefore we divided by. It's clear? Explanation is same. When we do the comparison between two or more groups, okay, then we identify what is the semi-interquartile range. Then one group gives the highest value, it means there is a higher variation. Okay, then the group gives the lower value, it means more consistent. It's clear? By using all the measures of dispersion, we can find out the variation. It's clear? Then interquartile range is computed by deducting the value of first quartile from the value of third quartile. Semi-interquartile range, other way we can say quartile deviation. Okay? Then deviation means variation. Okay? It means we can find out the variation in the data set using the quartiles. Clear? Then using the quartiles we can find out the variation in the data set. How we find it? Using the quartile deviation. It is another word for the semi-interquartile range. It's clear? Okay. Is defined as the half the distance between the third quartile and the first quartile. Okay. Then these are the two formulas. Okay, it's clear. Now here range and the semi-interquartile range. Already we studied two measures of dispersion. Then we move into the third one. Okay, the range and the semi-interquartile range we can easily calculate it. Okay, then we move into the advanced one. The next one is variance. Okay, then variance is the average of the square differences from the mean. Right? The first slide shows the measures of dispersion is the numerical data tend to spread above an average value. We find in the variation of the data set from the mean value. Okay, mean එක ඉඳලා කොහොමද විසිරලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක බලන්න. Okay, then in here variance we use average of the square differences from the mean value. Okay, and here variance. Okay, then here always we take the mean value. Okay, then it means then we assume this is our data set. This is the central point x bar. We have the x values. Then we take the deviation between these x values and the x bar value. Okay, then before finding the variation, first thing is we need to identify what is the central point in the data set. Then we find out the deviation of the observation values in the data set and the x bar. Okay, then deviation is difference, then we can find out x minus x bar. It's clear? Okay, then we get the deviation difference. Then we assume there are 6 observation values. Okay. Then first thing is we need to identify the mean value. Then what is the mean value in here? Now we find the mean value. It means average now. Then add them together. 16. Then divided by number of observations. There are 4. It means 16 divided by 4. Answer is 4. Then how we get the deviation? Take the first x value, then minus mean value. It's clear? Then take the second one, minus mean value. Third one, minus mean value. Fourth one, and minus mean value. Then what are the answers? First one, minus 2. Here, minus 1, plus 1, and plus 2. Okay? Then there are 8 values. Then we need to get the summation. Then what is the answer? What is the answer now? 0. Minus 1 and minus 2, minus 3. Then plus 1 and plus 2, plus 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, 0. Then what happens? We use any number of values and find the sum of the difference between x and x bar. Always we get the 0. Okay, අපි ඕනම observations values අරගෙන මෙහෙම x minus x bar calculate කරලා sum එක ගත්තොත් හැමතිස්සෙම ලැබෙන්නේ 0. It's clear? Then you use the different values and find it. Then again you can get the 0. Okay, then therefore then always we get the 0. It means there is no any meaningful. Okay, then therefore we take the square differences. Not the difference, take the square difference. Then what happens? Square difference. Then first difference value is minus 2. Then we take the minus 2 square. Then second difference is minus 1. We take the square differences. Minus 2 square plus 4. Minus 1 square plus 1. Plus 1, 1, 2, 4. Now what is the answer? What is the sum? 10. Okay, then we take the difference between x and x bar. We take the sum. Always we get the 0. Then therefore we take the square differences. Variance is the average of the square differences from the mean value. We take the differences from the mean value, average value. Understood? Then this is the sum of the square differences from the mean. We take here ආවේ x x bar අතර තියෙන differences වලින් square value. Then we take the calculate. This is the we call that sigma is the summation total value of the square differences from the mean value. Okay, then the variance is take the average value. It's clear? Then it gives the variance. Understood? Then that is the reason we get the square differences from the mean value. ඉඳ තමයි අපි differences විතරක් ගන්නෙ නැත්තේ ගත්තොත් 0 එකට spare values. It's clear? Then we take the spare values, always we get the positive answers, plus values. It's clear? Okay. Then here variance, then we have the population variance and the sample variance. Then population variance we denoted by sigma squared. Sample variance we denoted by S squared. Which one we can calculate? Sample variance. Understood? Sample variance. Then S squared equals this one. Okay, then using the variance value we can estimate the population variance. Okay, then practically we can calculate only sample variance. This is the calculated value. Now clear? Using this formula we can find out what is the sample variance. It's clear? Then another thing, when we calculate the variance, we take the square differences. Square difference. Not the actual differences from the mean value. We take the square differences. Therefore, there is an overestimation. Okay, then we calculate the variance and we have the answer, but it does not represent the real situation. Why? There is overestimation. Reality is this one, the deviation. -2, -1, 1, and this is the square. Understood? මෙතන අපි වෙනස ගත්තට ඒකනේ අතරම තියෙන reality එක. ඇත්තමද? හැබැයි අපි ගන්න යාගේ වර්ගය square value. නේද? එතකොට තියෙන දෙයට වඩා අපි overestimate කරලා තමයි යන්නේ. It's clear? Okay? Then therefore further analysis we do not use the variance. Instead of the variance we use the standard deviation. What is your standard deviation? By variance we take the square differences, therefore there is overestimation. Okay, then we use the standard deviation. It's clear? Then standard deviation is the positive square root of variance. What is the standard deviation? Positive square root of variance. Then here value is 10. Then 10 divided by 3. 3.33 variance value. Then what is the standard deviation? Take the positive square root of 3.3. It's clear? Okay, variance. Then if the variance value is 4, what is the standard deviation? If the variance is plus 4, then what is the standard deviation? Plus 2. Right? The square root of the 4, we can get the -2 and +2 both. Right? -2 into -2 plus 4. +2 into +2 plus 4. Okay, normally square root of the 4 +2 or -2. But here standard deviation is the positive square root. Therefore, only we can get the +2. Clear? Mathematical way calculate කරොත් එහෙම square root එක answer දෙක. They normally take the square root of 9. We can take -3 or +3 both. But here specifically says standard deviation is the positive square root of the variance. Therefore, we can take the standard deviation is the +3. It's clear? Okay, then the standard deviation is the best measure of dispersion. It is better than the variance. Right? In variance there is overestimation. Take the square root, it eliminates that overestimation. measures of dispersion. Clear? Then we studied four types of measures of dispersion, starting from range. Then semi order range, variance, and the standard deviation. Four. Okay? Then range, can we get the negative value for the range? Think and tell. Can we get the negative value to the range? Range එකට ඍණාත්මකයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Can we get? Yes or no? No. Why? What's the reason for that?
We always fix the rules. We always fix the rules. We always fix the rules.
Good.
We always fix this test.
No. Range. First measurement. Range is the maximum value minus minimum value. Then can we get the negative value? Aku agaknya podiya dia cut කරාම අපිට එන්න පුළුවන්ද විනාඩිය? We cannot get. Understood? Then always ask for the range is positive value. Why? Always we deduct minimum value from the maximum value. It's clear? Understood? Then move into the interquartile range. Can we get? No, why? We take the Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Before finding the quartiles, first step we arrange the data set in the ascending or descending order. It's clear? Then variance. Can we get the negative values? Negative values for the variance? We can't. Why? In the variance, we take the square differences. Then we get the difference between the observation value and the average value. We can get the negative values. In the variance, we take the square value. Okay, then minus 2 square is equal to the plus 1. Understood? Then we cannot get the negative values for the variance. It's clear? Then standard deviation. We cannot get the negative values. Why? Standard deviation is the positive square root of the variance. It's clear? Okay, then all the times we cannot get the negative values for the measures of dispersion. Remember those things. It's clear? By measures of dispersion we find out only the variation. Okay, it's clear? Then other one is the last one, when we need to compare two or more data sets, okay, we use the coefficient of the variation. Okay, then using the coefficient of variation, we can do the comparison between two or more groups. Clear? Okay, then after the groups, they have to data set. Comparison එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ නම් each group has more consistent, each group consists more variability. Then we use the CV value, coefficient of the variation. Using the measures of dispersion, we find out the variation. Yeah, then we take the coefficient value. Coefficient means සම්මුතිය අපි මොනවාරි value එකක් ගන්නවා variation. It's clear? That one we call as CV value. CV value, coefficient of the variation. In here, when we calculate the CV value, we use measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion both. Okay, CV value එක calculate කරනකොට central tendency measurements උයි measures of dispersion එකකින් දෙකම use කරනවා. It's clear? Then coefficient of variation normally we say CV value. CV value we use measures of dispersion divided by measures of central tendency. Okay, then CV value is that. The take the proportion of the measures of dispersion and the measures of central tendency. We can see using the measures of dispersion and central tendency measurements both. Okay. Then using the CV value, normally we do the comparison. Okay. Then therefore we take the percentage value. Percentage value. Okay. Then easily we can do the comparison using the percentage value. By always total percentage value is 100%. Then we take the same unit, then therefore it is multiplied by the 100. Clear? අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට CV value එක percentage එකක් විදිහට තමයි find out කරගන්නේ. It's clear? Then measures of dispersion. Then we studied four measures of dispersion. Out of these four, we take the standard deviation. Okay, then already we studied four measures of dispersion. The standard deviation is the best measure. Therefore, we use the standard deviation divided by which measurement we use from the central tendency measurement. Which one is better? Average value, X bar. Why? Then normally when we calculate the average value, we use all the observation values. මේක calculate කරන්න අපි දීලා තියෙන ඔක්කොම values use කරනවා නේද? Then median is the middle point. What is the most frequent value? What is the mean is the average value. We take all the observation values, add them together, then divided by how many observations are there. It's clear? Then we use all the observations. And therefore we use the mean into 100. This is the formula for the coefficient of the variation. Okay, it's clear? How we find out the CV value? Standard deviation divided by X bar into 100. It's clear? Okay. Then we move into how to interpret the CV value. Okay. Again, we take the example. There are two groups A and B. Okay. Then we have two classes. Okay. Then average value of the class A is 50. Standard deviation is 4. Okay. In the class B, average value is 60. B value is 5. Okay. Then we need to do the comparison between class A and class B. Then we need to find out which class has more consistence. Okay. Then which one has the more variation we need to find. Then we use the coefficient of variation for them. Then how we calculate the coefficient of variation? Standard deviation divided by mean value into 100. Okay? Then what's the answer? 8%. Okay, then CB value of class A is 8%. Then class B, 5 divided by 60 into 100. 8.33. 8.33. Then these are the two CD values. Then how we interpret it? Which class? Then which one has the higher CD value? Class A or class B? Class B. By class B gives 8.33. It is greater than to the 8. Okay, then CD value is high in class B. Okay, then CD value is less in class A. It's clear? Okay. Then CD value high, it means the variation is high. It's clear? If the CD value is high, it means variation is high. CD value is less, it means variation is it's clear? Okay, then CD value and the variation has the positive relationship. Why CD value is high, variation is high. CD value less, variation is less. It's clear? Then other thing we can find out the consistency. Then what happens? Variation is less, then consistency is high or less. Variation is less, it means consistency is high. It's clear? කියන්නේ ගොඩාක් දුරටම විසිරලා තියෙනවා නම් අර ඒකාකාරී බව අඩු. It's clear? Then variation is less. Then it means approximately all the students got equal marks. Okay? Then it means there is a higher consistency. Then variation is high, it means consistency is less. It's clear? Based on the CV value, we can identify which group is more consistent, which group has the more variation, we can identify. It's clear? Okay, that is the way we can interpret the CV value. Understood? Then using when we find out the CV value, we use the measures of central tendency and measure of dispersion both. Okay, then after that, based on the value, we can do the comparison. It's clear? Shall I erase it? Then all of you bring calculator. Then using the calculator, we can find out the standard deviation. Okay? Then we take the example. Okay, then take example 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay? Then how we find the standard deviation? Sample, then we use the S. S is the sample standard deviation. Okay? Standard standard deviation. Take the variance value. This is the way we can find out the variance. Variance formula x minus x bar. Take the square value, then divided by n minus y. Variance is the average of the square differences from the mean value. It's clear? Then standard deviation is positive square root of the variance. It's clear? Then we calculate. Then first one, we take the x minus x bar square. First x value is 2 minus, then tell me what is the mean value. We change the 5. And then here 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5, 16. 16 divided by 4, what is the answer? 4. Then mean value is 4. Then 2 minus 4 squared. Then plus, what is the next value? 4 minus mean value squared. Then plus, next value is 5 minus 4 squared. Then plus, again 5 minus 4 squared. Yeah, then take the square difference. Then after that we can calculate the average value. N minus 1. How many observations are there? 4. Then we write 4 minus 1. It's clear? Then what is the answer? Here plus 4, 0, 1 and 1. Then divided by 3. The standard deviation is equal to the plus 2. Okay. Okay, then if you are finished, then you take the calculator. Okay, then module is MS. Okay, then you press mod button twice. Calculator के mode එකක් තියෙනවා නේද මෙතන උඩින් නේද? ඒකේ MS. Okay, then press mod button 2 times. Okay, then after that, display shows what? First one is SD, no? SD, then press. Okay, then press 2 times the mod button, then display that SD, red and beige. Okay, then we need to change the mode to the SD mode. Therefore, after that, press number 1. by ST in the first one. Okay, and after that we enter all the data to the calculator. Then what is the first value? Number 2. Then press number 2 and M plus button. Press number 2 and M plus button. Okay. Then number 4, the second one, then plus, sorry, enter the M plus button. Okay. Then third observation value is 5. Then 5 and M plus. Fourth one is 5. Then again press 5 and M plus. Okay. Then display shows M equals 4. Okay. Then press Shift key. Then after that, press Shift key and number 2. Shift key and number 2. Okay. Then it displays X bar, then sigma and S. 3 measurements displayed. First one is mean value. Second one is the population standard deviation. Third one is the sample standard deviation. Then normally we can calculate the sample standard deviation. Therefore, press number 3 and V equals 7. Then you can get the number 2 as the answer. Sorry. Sorry, here we need to take the square root. Then answer is square root of, what is the answer to the 1 point? Square root of 2 is 1 point. Then your answer should be equal to 1.4. Then this is the sample, this is the mean, this is the population standard, this is the sample. Then you press number 3 and equal. You want to send it to statistic one. Then press number 1. Then it is should be the equal sign. Then not the plus. Observations are there. Then press shift key. Then press number 1. Then number 2. Then you enter the data and then after that press the AC button. That's 0. And then shift key and number 1. Okay, then you use the variance, then number 4. Then SX is number 4, display the sample standard deviation. Press number 4 and equal sign. Okay. Then first enter all the data, then press AC button. Clear all the data, then again shift key and number or Liberian or documents. Okay, you got the answer. All of you, okay. Okay. Then we move to the question number 1. Okay. The following table shows the monthly sales of 2 ice cream outlets of Lion Ice Cream Company collected over a period of 10 months. Okay. Outlet A and outlet B. Roman number 1 asks calculate the mean and the standard deviation. Number 2 asks which outlet has the greater variation in the monthly sales. Okay, then hurry up finding the mean and the standard deviation for both outlets A and B. Okay, hurry up, find it. Now you know using the calculator finding the mean and the standard deviation. What's the mean value of outlet A? 200, outlet B 232. Then standard deviation, outlet A 40.34. Then outlet B 41.5. Okay. Then part 2 asks which outlet has the greater variation. How we find it? Using the CV value, coefficient of the variation. In first one, outlet A, what is CV value? 40. Outlet A, what is CV value? 'Standard deviation is 41.51, then 41.51 divided by 200 into 100. Okay? Then 20.57. 20.205. 20.175%. Okay, then outlet B 17.89%. Then which outlet has the greater variation? Outlet A. Reason is PD value is high in outlet A than the outlet B. And therefore we can say outlet A has the greater variation in the monthly sales. Here, when you write outlet A has greater variation in the monthly sales. Which outlet is more consistent? Outlet B. Right? CV value is less in outlet B than the outlet A. Then we can say outlet B is more consistent than the outlet A. Now clear? Okay. Now you can take a break. Then after the break, we will discuss next two questions. Okay. Question number 2. Problem with a telephone line that prevents a customer from receiving or making calls are distressing to both customers and the telephone company. The following data represents samples of 10 problems reported to two different officers of a telephone company and the time to clear these problems from the customers. Okay, then there are two office 1 and office 2. It gives the time to clear these problems. Okay, the problems sort out කරන්නට time එක තමයි දීලා තියෙන්නේ. Problem number 1 asks compute the mean and the median for these two offices. Mean means average value, then average time, then median is the middle point. Okay, then before finding the median, you should arrange these two data sets in the ascending order. Then hurry up, find out the mean and the median. Finish Roman number 1, mean and median. In answer of this one, mean value 2.168. Mean value of this one, median value 1.925. Correct? 1.925. Of this two, mean value 1.735. Median 1.84. Okay. Then same question asks, in which of these the average time is high? Then which of it? When comparing the two mean value of this one 2.168, of this two 1.735. Then which of it has the average time is high? Of this one. Okay, then you can write average time is high in office. Okay. Then do Roman number 2. Compute the standard deviation and coefficient of variance for two officers in which office the variability of the time is high. Okay, based on the CV value, you can write the answer for this question. Maria. Using the calculator, you can find it. Yes, calculator. I will upload the answers in this worksheet. Same method to that. Yeah, then shift it. Number one. Then number two. Next one. What is now the next one? One standard deviation of this one 1.379, of this two 1.138. Then I will manually, okay, then all the steps in here. How we get this value? Okay, then I will upload that one to the LMS. Then CD value of this one 63.60, of this two 65.63. Question asks, which of is the variability of the time is high? Okay, then it means CD value is high in office 2. It means variability of the time is high in office 2. Okay. Then Roman number 3. Less than to what time that 75% of the problems in each office has been cleared? Which measurement we need to calculate to find in the answer for the Roman number 3? Quarter is okay. Which quarter? Less than to what time that 75% of the problem? Third quarter. It is less than to the Q3. It covers 75% of the thing. It's clear? Yeah. Then find out the Q3 for both office 1 and office 2. Then already you arrange it now. Then you can find it. Find in the Q3. Find the Q3. Your birthday is today. Then of this one, first step, arrange the data set in ascending order. Okay, then smallest value to the highest value. Then finding which term is the third quartile, n plus 1 divided by 4. Q3 is the third cut point, so therefore multiply by 3. Then it means 8.2 fifth term is the third quartile. Then how we find the 8.2 fifth term? How we find it? Then 8.5 term, you can take 8th item and 9th item. Then take the elements. Here say 8.2 fifth term. Here then anything between 8th term and the 9th term. Then easily we can find it. First we take the 8th term by 8.2 fifth term. Here 8.2 fifth term. This is the way we can calculate it. First we write down the 8th term. Okay. Then plus 8.2 fifth term. Then first we take the 8th term. Then we need to add 0.25. Okay. Then how we get? We take the 9th item minus 8th item into 0.25. 8.2 fifth term, then first we take the 8 term. 8 is again 1. Then we need to take the 0.25 from the difference between 9th and the 8th. Why 8.2 fifth is in between 8th term and the 9th term. And therefore we take the 0.25 from the difference between these two values. It's clear? Then what is the answer? 3.6025. This is the way when we write 8 term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th item is 3.48. Then plus difference between 9th item and the 8th item. It means 3.97 minus 3.4 into 0.25. Then Q3 is 3.6025 in office. It's clear? Then 8.6 term we can find plus 8 and 9 and take the average. Here 0.25. Okay. Then we can write 75% of the problems in office 1 has been cleared less than 3.6 minutes. The way we can write the interpretation. Okay, then 3.6 is the Q3 in office 1. It explains what? 75% of the problems in office 1 has been cleared less than to the 3.6 meters. It's clear? Okay. Okay. Then office 2 again 8.2 fifth term by number of observation is same. Okay, then 8.2 fifth term in office 2 arrange the data set in ascending order. We find out 8 and the 9th term. Then first we write 8 term, then take the difference between 8 and 9, then take the 0.25. In office 2, 8 term and the 9 term same 2.75. Then answer is 2.75. Why? Difference between these two values equal to 0. Then again we get the 2.75. Okay, understood? Okay. Then try question number 3, last question. Number of employees who left from 30 companies has been provided with the following frequency table. This is the frequency table. This is the group frequency table. First one asks calculate the average number of employees who left the company. Average number means mean value. Part 1 you need to calculate mean value. Part 2, what is the mode of the number of employees who left the company? Mode value. Do the first and two. Mean and the mode. Last session we discussed how to calculate the mean and mode using the group frequency distribution. It is to calculate the mean value. The mean value is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f. Why? Normally numerator represents the sum of all the observation value. Okay, then here there is a class interval. There is no any specific value. Therefore, first we need to calculate the x bar. X bar is the class mark of the class interval. We studied in the x bar is the class mark. We take the class mark, okay, to represent the whole class interval. Okay. Then how we calculate the class mark? Add these two class limits, then divided by 2. Take the average of the class limit. 10 plus 19 divided by 2, 14.5. This is the way we can find out the x bar. Not x bar, x class mark. Okay. In the mean formula, we need to sigma fx. Sigma fx denoted by what? Sum of the all the observation length. Okay, then we take 4 into 14.5, then answer is 58. 5 into 25.4.5, 120.5. Why? The x value is represent the whole class interval. Okay, then therefore we assume the 4 observations are there, approximately that value is equal to the 14.5. අපි assume කරනවා class mark එක තමයි මේ හතර දෙනාගේම value එක තියෙන්නේ. Okay, then we take the sum. Then sum of these 4 observations, how we get 14.5 into 4. This is the way we can take. Okay, then add them together, then we can take the sum of the all the observations. It's clear? Okay, then we can take sigma fx value. Okay, then divided by how many observations are there. Then this is the group frequency distribution. Then it represents the frequency column. Take the total number of frequency is equal to 30 now. Then it means 30 number of observations are there. There are 30 observations. Then it is the 30. Clear? Then we can find out the mean value. Mean is 37.832. Okay. Then it means approximately 38 is the average number of employees who left the company. By employees, then we cannot get the decimal value. Then we need to round up. It's clear? When we කතා කරන්නේ employees ලා ගැන එතකොට අපිට decimal values දෙන්න බෑ. Then the mean value is 37.833. Then we can comment average number of employees who left the company equal approximately 38. It's clear? Then how to calculate the mode value? This is the formula we can use to find in the mode value. L1 plus delta 1 divided by delta 1 plus delta 2c. First step is what is the most frequent value? Okay, most frequent value. In the group frequency distribution, how we find the most frequent value? Moving down the frequency column. Okay, then we look in at what is the highest frequency here. What is the highest frequency? 8. 8 is the highest frequency. Then it means 30 to 39 is what? Model class. Not the mod value, these all those are class intervals. Then this 8 is the highest frequency. Then this class interval consists of frequency 30 to 39. It means 30 to 39 is the model class. Mod is the class interval. Model class, not the mod value. Understood? 30 to 39. Then first we have L1 here. L1 means lower class boundary in the modulus class. Then your modulus class is 30 to 39. Okay. Then here modulus class is modulus class is 30 to 39. Okay. Then here L1. L1 is lower class boundary. Then 30 is the lower limit, not the boundary. Then how we convert it into the boundary? Subtract 0.5. Okay, then we need 30 minus 0.5 is equal to the lower class boundary. Understood? Then normally limits converted to the boundary, then we subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, then add 0.5 to the upper limit. It's clear? Then lower class boundary is 29.5. Then ask delta 1. Normally delta means what? Change. Difference. Then we move over to the frequency distribution. Then 8 is the highest value. Delta 1 means the difference between frequency of the module class and the frequency of the proceeding to the module class. Then this is the module class, frequency of the module class. Then previous class interval is 20 to 29. Then what's the frequency? 5. Then difference between these two values we call as delta 1. Understood? 8 minus 5. Then what is delta 1? 3. Here 3. Then again we need to delta 1 here. 3. It's clear? Then delta 2 means frequency of the module class and frequency of the next class. This is the module class 30 to 39. What is the next one? 40 to 49. Then what is the frequency? 6. Difference between these two values. 8 minus 6, what is the answer? 2. Then we substitute here 2. It's clear? Then C. C value means size of the class interval. Then module class is 30 to 39. How many observations are there? 10. 10 starting from 30 to then C is next. Then we simplify mod is 35.5. It's clear? Okay. Then we move into how to calculate the variance and the standard deviation of the group frequency distribution. Then normally we can find out the variance or standard deviation of the raw data set. Okay. Then here we move into calculate the variance and the standard deviation of the group. Okay. Then first we move into how to calculate it manually. Then here this is the formula we can use to find in the variance of the group data distribution. Sigma fx square divided by sigma f minus sigma fx over sigma f this square. Okay, now you know sigma means what? Total value. F means frequency value. X means what? In the group 1. X is what in the group class interval. sorry, group frequency distribution. It's defined by class mark. Okay? Then first we need sigma fx square. Sigma means total value. It means total of the frequency into x squared value. Then we know here frequency column is there. Okay, fx squared. Fx squared means f multiplied with the square value of the x. Understood? X value is 14.5. We square it, then multiply with the 4. Understood? Sigma x वर्ग කියන තියෙන්නේ sigma කියන්නේ total එක. ඒතර අපි බලන්නේ f කියන value එකයි x squared value එකේ multiplication එක එකතු කරමු. ඒතර අපි 1 by 1. x කියන්නේ class mark එකනේ. ඒ value එක වර්ග කරලා එයාට අදාළ frequency එකෙන් multiply. Then we can find out the fx squared. 14.5 squared into 4. 24.5 squared into 5. මේ x column එකේ තියෙන හැම value එකක්ම square කරලා එයාව frequency එකෙන් multiply. Understood? Then these are the values we need. Then take the sum. What is sigma fx squared? 49,607.5. The way we can substitute the answer. It's there. The numerator represents what? Sigma f. Sigma means total value. It means sum of the frequency value. Then this is the frequency column. Then total number of employees equal to 30. Then sigma f is 30. It's clear? Then minus within bracket it mentions sigma fx divided by sigma f. Okay, then already we have sigma fx value by we calculated mean value. Okay, then sigma fx column sum is 1135. Then we substitute. Then divided by total frequency. It means total number of employees. Then take the square value. Then simplify it, we can find out the variance. Using the variance, we can calculate the standard deviation. How we get it? Take the positive square root. Now clear? Okay, then this is the formula. Then you study how substitute the values to this formula. Sigma is total. Okay, then another one f into x square. Already we know x is the class mark. It means each class mark square it, then it is multiplied with the frequency value. Understood? Then divided by sigma f. F is the frequency, sigma means total. It means total frequency. It's clear? Then sigma fx, it means f into x, then take the total. F column එකේ තියෙන හැම value එකක්ම එයාට අදාළ x එකෙන් multiply කරලා total එක ගන්න. Then divided by sigma f, total frequency, then square it. Now clear? Okay, do not memorize this formula. Okay, formula sheet is attached to your final exam paper. Okay, then the only thing, these terms are what? Okay, it's there now. Okay, then I will upload the answer sheet to the LMS. Then you have any question, then you can email me. Okay, then take the screenshot and email me. Okay. Then I will give the assignment number 1 from this lesson. Okay, then I will inform you later. Okay, about that. Then next week we will start the probability lesson. Okay. Then basic things first week next week we will discuss the basic things from the probability. Okay, then what is the sample space, what is the sample points, those things, and what are the operations like union, intersection, those things. Okay. Are there any questions regarding this? Normally in your exam paper, Question number 1 is from the first lesson to this lesson. In question number 1 cover first lesson, it means introduction to statistics up to the summary lesson. Okay, one question.